Guys, it's Shantele. So we're going to be making a card today. I am using the Basics pad from Pebbles. They're pre-scored cards, so I'm using this polka dot gray one. I am using Bella Rouge by Pink Paisley. I'm going to use 4 papers, but only pulled out 2 so far. I'm using this Baked with Love by Lawn Fawn. Love it. We're going to use the Mixmaster and the Cupcake. This die from Decorative Labels 27. And then this die, labels 9 is what it's called. I'm using the bigger one. And this Apple Emma from CC's Designs. So I'm using these colors to color in her hair. Whew, I'm out of breath here. I'm using the LY1, LY2, and LY3. So I started with the LY1. This is a lighter yellow on the Spectrum Noir chart, but that's okay. I like it. It's pastel-y, it's spring. Spring is coming here, so it's all good. So I'm using my LY3 to do the dark parts of her hair. And yes, I've taken a class. I've found out I like the way I color much better. I know that's not a good thing to say. No, I'm kidding. No, I did enjoy the class, don't get me wrong. I learned a lot of tips and tricks, but somehow I just, you kind of get to the way where you just like how you color things. So that was the LY2, and then I'm coming back in with my LY1, and then blending it all in. If you have these markers, then you'll know. If you play with them, it's just fun to have fun with them. So next I'm going to do her skin. I am using FS2, FS3, and FS4. Ooh, I say those 5 times fast. So I'm going in with the FS2 first. I always like to get a good cover all over. And then I'm actually going to be jumping to my FS4. I find that my FS3 is really dark. At least to me it seems really dark. Maybe I'm being a little goofy, but it just seems darker than normal. So going in where it would be dark. This is the FS4. Sorry if I sound out of breath. This is actually take 5 of this. My little goofy goober isn't exactly cooperating today. He just, I don't know. So I'm going in with the darker. See, doesn't it seem darker than, maybe I'm just, I don't know. Definitely seems darker. To me anyways. Then I'm going back with my FS4 to blend it all down in. And then of course I'm going it over again with the FS2. Definitely love these markers. I'm sure I would have loved the Copic markers too, but I just at the time couldn't afford them. So here I am doing up gray on her ruffles and her shoes. I am using IG1, IG2, and IG3. So I'm starting with the 1, of course. Then I'm going, oh yeah, I came back because I forgot her little shirt underneath. And then I'm doing the IG2. And just so you know that this is kind of technically a fall stamp, I'm not going to be using it that way. You'll see in a bit here I will end up cutting out the apple that she's holding and the basket, and then the other apple at the bottom of her feet. I have a different plan for this little girl. So there, I finished up with my grays. Now I'm going to be paper piercing her dress and her apron. So I'm just stamping it on there. And like I said, I haven't done stamps in so long, or not stamps, sorry, cards, that I kind of forgot the real tips and tricks. I end up stamping her again and then wiping the little apples with the baby wipe, but what I could have used was a Q-tip to get even better, or if I really would have thought about it a little more, I would have used a Post-it and put it over there, so then when I did ink it up, it would have got ink on the Post-it, and then I would have been able to take that off, and then I would have not really had to worry about it like I do here. As you can see, you can still kind of see the little apples, so I'll try it again. The next time it works out a lot better. You can still kind of see it, but not too bad. So it's one thing with crafting, you really don't forget stuff. You still can remember how to do some things. So then I'm going back in with my 01 Project Life pen, as you can see, to do in our skirt. Now I'm going to cut apart, like I said, the apple and the little basket there, because I'm not going to need it. Shout out to all those card makers and people that are doing more of this, not using a stamp for just one thing. I'm loving this idea. Big shout out to Ashley for doing this too. Got me all thinking and looking twice at my stamps, going, hey, what else can she be holding? As you can see, I cut out the apple. I didn't go too close because, believe it or not, that cupcake's so big you won't see it. I don't know if you noticed underneath her hair there was, you know, the leaf of the apple. So now I'm going to be coloring in the cupcake and the Mix Master. I am using LG1, LG2, and LG3. I don't know what it is. Must be because it's March and it's almost time for St. Patrick's Day, but I love the green right now, so my Mix Master is going to be green in this one, even though there's no green in the paper pad that I picked out, but that's okay. It all works out, right? So I'm coloring it up with my LG1. Then I'm going to be going in with my LG2. Where it would be darker, and where I think it would be darker. Love it. Next I'm going in with the darkest one, the LG3. I love these Mix Masters. I did up a whole page of I just stamped them out so I can use them in my Project Life or in my planner or whenever I need to use one of those little Mix Masters. They're so cool. And plus, now that you can even get any colored one you want, is awesome. I have one, but sadly I got like the first one, so I got the white one. Maybe in time when it goes I can get a new colored one. But sadly, it's been hanging on for quite a while now, so oh wow. And if I do, I know I want a blue one. I could get a pink one, but I'm in a house full of boys, so I don't know if they'd like that too much. So now I'm going to be doing the bowl. It is the BGR1 and the BGR2 are the ones I'm using. These are more of the bluey gray on the chart. To me, I like how it turned out. And then I'm going to go back over with the BGR1. And now I'm going to do the cupcake bottom of it. I am using, oops, where is it? EB2 and EB3, so that's the EB2. Now I'm using the darker one, EB3. And then I'm going to use the first one all over it again to blend it out. Now I'm going to choose another 2 patterns to cut out the labels that I'd picked out at the beginning there. So I'm using these 2. I'm going to do a quick run through of one of the labels that I do. Actually, I think I show both. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. This one is the Labels 9. This is the biggest one in that kit, or not kit, but collection. I don't know what you'd call it in that. And then I'm using this one. This one is the Decorative Labels 27. I got all these label things at Winners. So I'm going to show you my, what is it, Spellbinders Tool-in-One. Love this thing. But I don't show you with me struggling with it for a while here. And then I popped it out. Now, time to start putting down the pattern paper that I'd cut out. And I apologize, you will see my head in a bunch of this. It's a little far away, sorry. So I'm going to do the sleeve. I really like paper piercing. That is the best thing. Whoever thought of that was a genius. Now I'm going to use her dress using the Quick Pick tool and some adhesive here, liquid adhesive. And then the apron part. Like, how cool. Like, you can put anything, you could put anything you want. That's the one thing I'm really liking about this. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's just a fall stamp. Well, it's only for fall time. What else can I use it for? So now I'm going to start putting my card together here. I'm going to lay it all down. I really do like how this came out. So yeah, I got lots of birthdays this month. Unbelievably how much people I know are born in this month. It's crazy. So now I'm going to, I don't show all of it, but I fussy cut out my Mixmaster and the cupcake. Now I'm going to lay my girl down. Like, see how neat? You'd never know she was a fall stamp. And I probably didn't need to use the Mixmaster. I can now use her without it. Like, I thought I'd have to have something there because of where the basket was, but it doesn't really matter. But I put it anyways. And then I'm gonna pop up my cupcake. And see how neat? You don't see anything. It doesn't even affect her face, which is awesome. She's just holding it. Now I'm using my Wink of Stella on the bowl and on the cupcake because sparkle is always better. And then I'm going to stamp my sentiment on it, which also came from Baked with Love Lawn Fund. And then I'm going to call this card done. Thanks for enjoying this with me. If you have any comments, leave it down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!